Hey, Boaz here with Next Pittsburgh. We are here at the Turner's headquarters for another installment of Yinzer Backstage Pass. Today we're going to find out how they make Turner's iced tea, and here to guide us through the process is Steve Turner, the Director of Marketing. Hey, Steve.
How you doing?
Doing pretty well. So we're starting at the beginning of the process here. There's some giant, I don't even know what to call them, tubes coming out of the wall that say mixed sugar, sucrose, and HFCS 42. What does all that mean?
Yeah, so just like how we receive milk, we receive our different sweeteners in tank trucks, and then these are our the inlet valves that the tank truck will back in here. We'll pump the sweeteners off into our holding tanks before they're ready to be used. So.
And speaking of milk, right in front of us, we also have a giant truck full of milk, right?
Yes, this is how we receive our raw milk from our different independent farm partners. Again, to be pumped off and stored in silos before we're ready to use it later that day.
And you were telling me earlier that basically this milk arrives, presumably throughout the day, and within 24 hours, it's already out in cartons. Obviously not this one because this is iced tea, and sort of jugs in stores already.
Yeah, so any milk we receive today will be processed tonight, packaged tomorrow, and then within a couple days after that, it'll be delivered to our different retail partners.
Wow. All right. Well, let's go see how some iced tea is made. Tell me where to go.
Yeah, absolutely. We're going to head down this way and go through that garage door.
This is going to be an exciting installment to film. We've got Brooke behind the camera, and there's a lot of obstacles for Brooke, so it should be exciting to watch it. It's also incredibly loud, so hopefully you can hear us over all this.
Yeah, so now we're going to go in and just kind of see how the tea is batched and made. Just check out that process. Watch out stepping over these hoses, you don't trip.
Yeah, I guess I haven't mentioned it already, but as you've noticed, we're wearing hair nets and beard nets.
Say that again.
Oh, so what is happening here? There's some giant bags. There's a big funnel over here.
Yeah, so this is all of our tea and drink processing. So all of our tea flavoring and tea powder comes in these different bags. They'll pour them into that funnel along with other ingredients, and then that'll be blended into a water and sugar solution in the tanks to be batched.
I was asking, so you're not using giant tea bags to make the tea?
No, we're not brewing the tea in-house. No. Yeah, it's more like an instant tea powder. Something you would make if you bought tea powder at the grocery store and mixed it into water at your house, it would be more similar to that.
Are you getting this action going into the funnel over here? Brooke, we've got this giant... Oh, yeah, get in there, Brooke.
Yeah, don't be shy. You can get right up in close.
And so from this funnel, it goes into the giant...
Yeah, so we have two different batch tanks. One is 1,000 gallons and the other is a 1,500-gallon batch tank. And from there, it'll either be filled immediately or it'll be put into other holding tanks until it's ready to be filled.
And then how does it have to mix in here for a while?
Yeah, so once they get all the ingredients into the tanks, there's different agitators in there that will do kind of a final blend on it. And if you can kind of smell that sweetness and taste that sweetness in the air right now from batching the tea. So do you want to go over and get a look at up inside of the tank being batched? All right, let's go over and take a look. We're going to hang on. All right, we'll go up. We'll step right up on that metal grate there.
Okay. All right, here we go. Oh my gosh.
All right, so we are filled to the brim with 1,000 gallons of tea being batched right now. And then from here, like I said, it'll go into some of these different tanks over here or some tanks in another part of the building that'll be held until it's ready to be filled.
This is wild. I'm glad I wore boots today because there's a lot of various stuff on the ground here. I said I'm glad I wore boots today.
Yeah, rubber boots are important in here. Unfortunately, I didn't bring mine today, so probably have wet socks at the end of this.
Yeah, now you'll have iced tea scented socks.
what every Pittsburgher needs. Iced tea scented socks.
That could be a new product idea for you.
Yeah, we'll have to get that up on the on our merch site. So, you want to go around and see some product being filled?
Yeah. Oh my gosh, you can really taste that tea in the air. Like from that tea powder, I guess. It just feels like everything smells and tastes like tea right now. All right, be careful of this metal grate down here. I just want to point out as we're going by here, we're seeing these tiny, I don't even know what size this is, but tiny cartons of chocolate milk going by. Looks tasty. Look at all that chocolate milk. All this, I can only imagine a Pittsburgh public school student will be enjoying this chocolate milk sometime soon. I just want to look at my feet. They're just covered in sanitizer right now, keeping a very clean operation. It feels like I'm walking through snow. And so this milk is going out to like Pittsburgh public schools and other places?
Yep. Yeah, so this is our half pint filler where we're making all of our milk and different juices to go out to schools, hospitals, things like that. So we serve about 110 school districts throughout Western PA, including Pittsburgh Public.
Wow. And then in this giant contraption right here, the cartons are being formed and filled.
Yep. Yeah, we'll go over and walk through that process.
And so this is the same machine that will be, packaging these iced tea containers as well.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. So this is all of our 8-ounce and 4-ounce cartons. So at the beginning around the corner of the machine, all the cartons come in flat. The machine will unfold them, form them, seal the bottom, and then it's sealing the bottom right here. And then there's 2 different heads where it'll fill 4 ounces at each head, seal the top, and send them on their way. And this machine will fill about 340 cartons an hour.
340 an hour.
340 a minute.
Oh yeah, I was like, that seems slow. 340 a minute sounds better. Okay. Quite a few every second. And here we can see the unfolded cartons right here before they're folded and filled up.
All right, so here we have about 6 different filling lines where we'll fill anything from gallons to pints. This machine here is filling all of our plastic quarts of chocolate milk right now. It'll also do all of our quarts of tea, half gallons of tea, things like that. So
now this machine over here, I guess it puts the little lid on, but it looks sort of like the Plinko machine from The Price is Right to me.
Kind of the opposite. It's an elevator, actually. So it'll take all the caps up, get them down into the capping machine in kind of the right orientation to be put on correctly. So, and interestingly enough, we're actually filling our next limited edition flavor of chocolate banana over on the pint filler. So let's go see how that's working.
Awesome. All right, chocolate banana. I like the sound of that. And just around us, you can see gallon chocolate milk over here. Oh, here's the chocolate banana he was mentioning. Right over here, too. Here's one fresh off the line.
Yeah, so right now we're making our first batch of chocolate banana milk, which is our next limited edition flavor. It'll be in stores by Monday. Might start hitting stores in the next couple days. But by Monday, it should be out everywhere. So make sure you keep an eye out for it.
Wow, that's exciting. Well, it's like how many different things are being bottled right now? I see at least like 4 or 5 different things.
Yeah, we have 6 different fillers in here. So obviously we can fill kind of one different product at a time, but we have a few hundred different products that we'll make throughout the week. So.
And then
you want to kind of, after we go through the fillers, you want to go in the cooler and walk through there? All right. We'll go see where all of our cold storage and where all of our trucks are loaded.
Great. I love this little like label applicator. It's crazy. Mesmerizing to watch. And so the dairy itself has been around since 1930, right?
Yep. Yeah, this is our 92nd year.
And you are Steve Turner, so presumably you are one of the Turners.
Yeah, so I'm fourth generation in our family's business. My great-grandfather started it in 1930 on this exact same location.
Were you alive when your great-grandfather was alive?
I was not. He passed away, I think, 2 years before I was born. So, yeah, I wish I would have gotten to know him, but unfortunately not. So.
Well, yeah, but you're so involved with his legacy. That must be so cool.
Yeah, it's really cool to kind of see where it started. Even just when I was a kid and all the different changes that have been made in just the last 10 to 15 years.
And compared to the dairy, which you've been doing for 90-some years, the iced tea is a newbie. You've only been doing it for like 50 years.
Yeah, it's a lot younger. This is our 50th anniversary of our premium iced tea line, so we're excited for that. We have a lot of different big things planned for the year. First, we're doing a carton design contest. So we're opening it up for different consumers to kind of express their artistic ability to be able to and have a place kind of in Pittsburgh's history with our 50th anniversary carton. So.
I mean, you're not going to mess with this design. It's so iconic at this point.
Yeah, so the main design of the carton will stay the same. We're opening up kind of one of the side panels to be used for that carton design contest. Plus, we'll have our 50th anniversary logo on it and things like that. So.
Oh, that's awesome. Okay, so where next? So the cooling?
Yeah, so we're going to go kind of back where we came from and go up into the cooler where all the product is stored and then loaded onto trucks.
Awesome. All right, let's go. Heading back by Chocolate Milk Land over here. Through Sanitizer Alley. I'm just sort of dubbing these different parts of the factory with my own names now.
Oh, I thought you were going to ask me something. So now we also batch like our lemonade and things like that here. So he batched tea previously. Now we're going to get ready to batch some lemonade in that same processing.
Do you have a favorite Turner's product? Like, what do you drink most often?
Of our kind of like regular everyday products, I would say our tea would be my favorite. But of our like limited edition flavors, we just did a brownie batter that I could drink 1,000 gallons of it. So it's pretty good. So here, this is kind of fun little thing. We have like a little roller coaster for our milk coming out of after it's being cased. It's like a little roller coaster for them to go on a little ride.
Doesn't it feel like you could like work with Kennywood and this could be an attraction like at some point, the Turner's, crate roller coaster?
We'll get a roller coaster. You'll sit in a crate and kind of go through the process. It might be more of a lazy river. Yeah. It's not. We're not moving too quick here, but
I think we were onto something. Now, Steve took us back here before, and it feels like you're in the most complicated part of an Indiana Jones movie, because there are giant towers of milk, which you could be like running into at any moment. So I'm going to wait and let this giant tower of milk crates pass us by, because I think it's probably stronger than I am. So, and meanwhile, we also have to try to avoid these crazy conveyor belt things. I was saying it feels like we're in an Indiana Jones movie here.
A little bit. There's lots of obstacles and things that if you're not aware of what's going on, you can get knocked over by a crate, trip over, all kinds.
Watch out, Desiree! It's like Indiana Jones and the Temple of Milk.
Yeah. Also a little bit like Willy Wonka's chocolate factory of conveyors of milk and tea kind of going each and every way.
Yeah, definitely. Well, with the chocolate milk, we're halfway there.
All of our products, after they're filled, they obviously all need to be refrigerated, whether it's milk or tea. So they'll come up into our big cold storage facility, which is pretty much orange crates as far as the eye can see. There's, I don't even know how many thousands of them in here. But yeah, so all of our product comes up here on different chains, and then we'll put it into stock, and then we'll use a similar system with the chains to take it out to our loadout dock to be loaded onto trucks to be delivered.
And since you're, in the Turner family, does that mean like you just grew up hanging out in this factory?
Yeah, I would say probably in middle school is when I started coming around a lot more and started working summers, things like that, and painting white buildings white in the blazing 90-degree heat, which was always fun. But yeah, so I've obviously been around the business for quite some time. So, yep. You want to go down and see the loadout dock and kind of that whole end of the business?
Sure, yeah, we can end out there. Perfect. Just trying to navigate this maze of crates.
So as you can see, there was where we came through, some crates are coming up through there, but then we have off of a few different fillers. They'll get stacked up in the cooler as well. Plus over here, like our gallons come up there, pints over here. We'll try to avoid getting hit by crates as we're walking through here.
That's wild. So you always have new promotions in the works. The brownie one you were talking about, the chocolate banana. Like, you must have other things in the works. Is there anything you can sort of tease for us?
Yeah. So milk has probably to nobody's surprise has been like a relatively boring product line for years. So about 5 years ago, we started our limited edition flavors, like the chocolate banana that you just saw, the brownie batter, things like that, just to create something interesting, a little bit more fun, just to kind of get some attention and excitement around the milk category. So we have the chocolate banana that'll be out in just a few days here, and then we have a few more lined up coming up. We're going to do a couple more collaborations in April and then again in May with some local makers. I'll give everybody a clue here. We're going to do one with famous ice cream company in Pittsburgh down on the south side, and then in May we'll be with Oakmont Bakery like we did previously. So, yeah.
So I'm looking forward to that.
They'll be very good. We're going to do a milkshake kind of thing, and then the Oakmonter again. So, yep.
Oh, cool. That sounds great. All right, we'll follow you down here. Okay, this is like the craziest. I feel like I was too nervous to make it in that break. Okay, I'll make it in this next break. Sorry, Brooke. See you later.
Nice seeing you. Nice seeing you.
Okay, we made it. Making it through. Like, how much milk are we looking at? Like, how much product? I mean, it's just overwhelming everywhere you look.
So on a typical day, school year, we're busier than the summer, obviously. So we'll make, I think it's about 30 or 40,000 gallons of milk on any given day, and then probably around 30,000 gallons of tea, drinks, juices, things like that as well. So.
And to me, it looks like how do you make sense of this? Is there like a chart that people know where everything is? Because you look in every direction. It's like, okay, there's like mini jugs over there of full-fat milk, and then over here there's, another kind, and then over here there's chocolate, and then over here there's iced tea. Like, how do you make sense of all this?
Yeah, so generally we put things in the same place every time so that you can find it. But things do move around just kind of depending on when we have new products coming in, products going out. I'm constantly amazed at how many moving pieces there are to get all of this product made and delivered on any one given day. So it is kind of mind-boggling to think about.
Yeah, my mind is blown. Well, okay, so we're almost there, and we're heading out. This is the loading dock where, I guess, the last step where these crates get loaded onto trucks that bring it to, your local corner store or supermarket or whatever. Or, I guess, school or hospital or, gosh, so many places.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. So we're actually in the process of rebuilding and kind of reworking our loading dock right now. And it should be done in the next couple months, I think. So we're looking at adding some efficiency as well as refrigerating this space so that we can stage loads out here and give our product a little better quality so that we're not, especially in the summertime, obviously, dealing with warm temperatures out on the dock. this building is in the works. Like I said, should be done in the next couple months.
And then trucks just pull right up, and then the conveyor belts like move the crates onto the truck?
Yeah, so just like we saw the product coming into the cooler on the conveyor belts or the chains, it follows a similar path out here onto the loading dock, and then from here we'll go be loaded on the trucks, and we'll run through the door here and see how that works.
Okay. Okay, we're at door number 4 here.
Yeah, so we have 6 different loading docks that we'll load our routes out of. And typically we'll load, I think it's about 65 routes a night. So they'll start that process usually about 2 in the afternoon and load trucks until about midnight, 1 in the morning. And then our drivers will start coming in about that time to start running their routes. So in the afternoon, this is a very busy place. It's unbelievable how fast they're loading a truck in about 12 minutes. I think it takes them to put a few hundred cases of product on a truck. So you got to stay out of the way here in the afternoon.
Wow. And you were saying, I mean, there's pretty much something happening here 24 hours a day, whether it's, getting milk in or whether it's making something or loading things on trucks. Like something's always happening.
Yeah, so we're not exactly a 24/7 operation, but like you said, there's kind of something happening all the time. Like our day will start at about 8 p.m. tonight. We'll have a guy come in. He'll start processing all the milk that we received that day, whether it's separating it into milk or milk, cream, or skim. Then we'll use that to batch our various dairy products throughout the night. Then we'll have another crew come in early in the morning, probably 4 or 5 or so, to start batching tea and drinks. And then from that, we'll have our filler operators come in, probably a similar time to that, because they'll run milk, which was made overnight. So they'll run that first, do all of their wash-ups so we don't have any allergen concerns. From there, then they'll start to fill tea, and by about mid-afternoon, we're usually wrapped up in the plant. And then from there, then we'll start the load-out process about 2 o'clock. Again, run that till about midnight, and drivers come in, and then we repeat the process like Groundhog Day.
Wow. Okay, well, we figured it out. We saw them mixing the iced tea. We saw them bottling, where they would bottle the iced tea. And this is where it gets loaded onto trucks to get to stores where you can buy this beautiful product that's celebrating its 50th anniversary. We did it.
Yep, we made it. Now it's got 50 more years to go.
Yeah. At least. Yeah, at least. Yeah, definitely. Well, thank you so much, Steve, for the tour. This was super fun. And, whenever you got another product and there's a weird production process to see, maybe you can have us back.
Absolutely. Happy to have you anytime.
Cool. Thanks so much. See you next time.